Hi there, welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Pisces energy. I'm going to do a top row for those of you in positive Pisces energy, coming from a place of self-love and compassion and forgiveness for yourself and the past so that you can move forward and have hope, faith, and belief that your dreams can come into reality. And then I'm going to do a bottom row for people who reject positive Pisces energy because they're coming a little bit more from fear and insecurity and pride and ego at the moment, probably unwilling to see things from anyone else's perspective, maybe in a little illusion and confusion. You people have coming together in celebration with others. That's good. Let's look at the people who are in shadowy Pisces energy right now. Let's see, move those up. You positive people are tapped into wanting to take bold, confident action in your life to manifest your dreams into reality, working together with others from that loving emotional space, knowing that that is what is going to bring your dreams into reality, moving forward, healing from your past pain and heartbreak, and balancing out your emotions in a relationship or within yourself, in your own mind, being happy, coming together with friends and family and celebration. The other people who are being in triangulated relationships where it's, their pride or ego or fears is kind of like another person practically in the relationship that interferes with them being able to interact with people in a loving manner. You guys are looking at something in your past. What was in your past? Feeling overwhelmed? And also, because you felt overwhelmed, you kind of gave it everything you've got in order to get to this energy of feeling like you can take bold, confident action in your life. In the past, you might have been overwhelmed by, you thought something, a dream or a wish or something that you were going to work on was going to come into reality, but it overwhelmed you. And now you're maybe pushing forward to, again, because, you still want your dreams to come into reality. Even if that one didn't work, you want this one to work. You have decided you are willing to take, in the past, you had decided you were going to take, this bold, confident action and to dream of what your future could be. And you walked away from those things that either old ways of thinking and believing about yourself, could have been self-limited thinking, but it could have been people, jobs, relationships that you had been investing in that you knew were never going to bring you the wish fulfillment that you wanted. Somebody in the past could have walked away from you, but you also then walked away emotionally. What are you trying to manifest, harnessing Gemini energy, which is being in that loving, communicative energy? You do believe that you do have all the resources to manifest your dreams into reality. You paused to consider what you were going to invest in next, and you decided to stand in your power, stand in your truth, speak your truth, being willing to cut out those things that aren't aligned with your vision that you want to manifest. And what you want to manifest is being in those loving relationships. So tell me about the Six of Cups. And so you could have manifested that, and you have that. You could be working with someone right now, and you're coming from that pure, hopeful kind of nature of love, believing that if you work together with others from that energy, that it will bring your dreams into reality. You are having good boundaries. You've learned a lot of lessons in the past. And again, you want to see your dreams come into reality. Tell me about the Three of Wands, which is you expecting your ship of dreams to come into shore. Okay. You are protecting your future. You want there to be truth and honesty where people aren't lying or in delusion or confusion. You see the truth that you want to be in the energy of truth and love in order to move forward from your heart. Um, Whenever you get a little defensive within yourself, because you don't want to repeat past patterns of the past that will get you up in your head about being in a loving relationship, you are going to offer yourself some love, trying to see through the confusion and illusion and fears and insecurities to keep coming from an energy of love so that you can keep moving forward. And whenever you do get in your head, you're going to work through those thoughts so that you can keep moving forward, being aligned within yourself and in the partnership that you're in. Because you don't want to backstab yourself and sabotage yourself. And you also, you know, sometimes if we get caught up in our head with fears and insecurities, those can run us off into the ditch. And we end up ending things painfully because we got way too much up in the mind instead of being connected down with the heart. So you are going to move forward and heal, balance out your emotions so that you can be in this happy relationship within yourself and with others. Now, for the other people who might be a little delusional, they get caught up in fantasy land, being a little bit more selfish, those people could have become single and they could regret that they aligned in a relationship where things are hidden and things are kept secret, maybe because they didn't want to be held accountable for their actions. So they just decided to get involved in a triangulated type relationship that's just going to move forward in kind of black and white thinking of death, sex, taxes. Let's not be too emotionally involved. And maybe staying in toxic energies of either fear, insecurity, control, jealousy, envy. Because, yeah, as an emperor, they could be controlling and they turn their back on pure offers of love because they're afraid that they'll get left. So it's their fears of being hurt that drive them. So they could be single. They have regrets that they aligned and got into a relationship with a person that they viewed as a love option, but they're keeping things hidden about a final decision. Maybe they had been involved with someone before who was fair and just and grounded and inspiring and loving, but they ended that in order to get into this third party triangulated relationship. So in their Pisces energy, they are keeping things hidden. What are they keeping hidden? So people, like I say, people who are in shadowy Pisces energy, because they reject positive Pisces energy within themselves of tapping into their emotions and having hope, faith, and belief and being creative and inspired and seeing things from other people's perspectives, they reject that and instead they kind of get stuck in pride and ego and they do things like maybe get in a third party relationship in order to prove a point. And they have things that they don't want to, they have feelings hidden beneath the surface of their emotions that they don't want to look into at this point in time. Hopefully they will eventually. Yep, what they keep hidden is that this maybe is a triangulated type relationship where, they're not really aligned with the energy of love. They could be keeping hidden that they might be somebody who's harnessing this Empress energy in a shadowy manner where it's more about um, they kind of have a more selfishly skewed sense of what's fair and just. It's more about them and also wanting to be surrounded by like the luxuries of life, but they really don't want to take creative, inspired action in their life. What else is being hidden? That maybe somebody who was wealthy offered them a new financial beginning if they would become single. And that also kind of represents their own foundation from which they operate. Their life is more materialistically based on security and stability. And so their own foundation within themselves uh, offered their resources to them becoming single. And of course, maybe because they're more emotionally invested in money instead of nurturing themselves and nurturing others. Tell us about this relationship they got into. They were defensive. They were wondering what they should invest in. And they turned their back on being fair and just because they are defensive of moving forward in a healthy, balanced manner. What was it that they aligned with here? They decided to get in a relationship or a job or a social group where they felt it would make them look like they're moving forward in a successful, balanced manner, but they're really not. And because they wanted to align with that, it really created a major disruption in their life because they weren't willing to have hope, faith, and belief and see things from the bigger picture and believe that there could be healing. And they weren't willing to defend the victory, the positive victory they could have had in their life. And instead, they were defensive and they decided to kind of make it more about them, only seeing things from their perspective. And maybe like, look at me, I move forward in this way that makes me look really successful. And I look like I'm the shining star. People have that energy of wanting to win at all costs. They have fear that people will leave them and that they'll be hurt. And so they decide to leave you first. And then they try to make it look like they were the winner and that they have some type of victory that they're defending. But really, they're coming more from their mind instead of from their heart. Tell us about the people who decided to get in relationships because they kind of don't have hope, faith, and belief. Psychic? Unable to express emotions? Oh, goodness. We got roots, repossession. I would say they're repeating past patterns, needless, and they kind of are repeating past patterns of their past, which kind of repossess their high self-esteem that they might have had if you were dealing with someone like this in the past. And they did things in an unfair manner based on childhood trauma and wounding. And so it had caused a tower moment. And again, the deck split and we have jealous and unable to express emotions. So let's get a surrender card. For those people in positive Pisces energy, what is something that they should surrender to help them keep moving forward in a high vibrational, loving, forgiving, compassionate manner? If you were dealing with someone like this, they might have felt like you were very psychic and intuitive, like you knew what was going on with them, but they still wouldn't come forth with it, you know? So yours is surrender to trust. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. And on the bottom, the reason is because surrender your stress, you know, have hope, faith, and belief. What about the people that are in shadowy Pisces energy right now that are lacking a little hope, faith, and belief? What do they need to surrender? They need to surrender to miracles, to surrender their need to always be right, surrender to stand in their own power and to be creative, stop comparing themselves with other people, be silent, you know, meditate and contemplate and go within so that they can heal. And they need to surrender unhealthy relationships that don't serve them, unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people. And the reason those came out is because they need to surrender their fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So there you go, Pisces energy. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.